Kaohoon International Special. You are with me again, Adisa Saprasert. Undeniably, one of the most notable dividend stock you may think of, which is a stock that pays significant amount of dividend, is DMT, or Muang Tollway Public Company Limited. Having that said, in this episode, we will be discussing with Mr. Sakda Panwai, Managing Director of Muang Tollway Public Company Limited. สวัสดีค่ะ Mr. Sakda.
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you so much for being here with us. First thing first, I would like you to recap on Muang Tollway's second quarter performance now that Thailand's borders are fully open.
I think everyone may know Muang Tollway very well as toll road operators. Our tollway is definitely located nearby International Muang Airport. So the second quarter of this year, the traffic volume just increased about 102,000 vehicles per day. This is, I think, that a little bit lower than our expect, and definitely for the airport. I think the tourist sector, especially for the Chinese tourists, come up to Thailand as a top destination.
Chinese tourists.
Right. So I think from now on, from the second quarter to the third and the fourth quarter, the traffic dramatically increase. I hope that it's going to be 110,000 vehicles per day. As you know, Muang Tollway is located close to International Muang Airport, and we have the directional ramp from Tollway to the airport directly. This is our key point as well.
So does the 110,000 vehicles per day, would that exceed the pre-pandemic
Oh,
levels?
not yet. I think it is slowly increased for nowadays. But as you see, during the long weekend, we have the 140,000 to 150,000 vehicles per day during
That's a lot more than weekdays.
Yes, during the long holiday. This fact is, it equal to the pre-COVID-19 situation. I think that we will see that traffic facts or the traffic volume for that level for the in quarter 3 and quarter 4 this year, and we hope that it will gonna dramatically increase.
Okay, so with your projections of the number of vehicles in the remaining quarters, what are the projections for the revenue for 2023?
Yes, I think there will be increase about 30% compared to this year. Yeah.
You mean compared to 2022?
Right.
30%.
Right, because and the normal growth rate for the traffic volume should be around 3 to 5% per year. Mm-hmm. But anyways, during the COVID-19, the traffic volume just sharp drop, right, and then increase dramatically, right, and then but we're not in the same level compared to the pre-COVID-19. So that's why 30% come from it dramatically increase during that time. Once it meet that point of the pre-COVID-19, it's going to be the normal growth, like 3 to 5% as a normal.
I see.
Yeah.
Again, so the 30 to 40% growth, the main factor that contributes to that growth is tourism from tourism sector?
I think it's both, the tourism industry. Another point is economic for, Thailand as well. It's come stable now.
The post-election period.
Right. That's right. Yeah, after we can set up the government can set up the cabinet, then we know the direction of the economic and the policy, and then I think that the public can have the strong confidence, and the economic can be close.
Okay. Now, apart from the growth from the post-pandemic and post-election period, in terms of the raise in Muang Tollway's fee, mm-hmm, when can the public and investors expect that raise, and how much would it be?
So the raise of the tollway is regarding the concessions in the contract.
Okay.
Yeah. So on 22 of December next year, the rate will be increased 10 baht per trip from 80 to 90 baht per trip. Yeah, just 2 baht per year. And from the northern extension, we have the two sections, original and northern extensions. Original from Din Dang to Don Muang, and for the northern extension, the rate from 35 baht to 40 baht, just 1 baht per year. Yeah.
So that's 2 baht for every year, so approximately 5 years until there will be an increase.
Right.
Apart from the raise in the Don Muang Tollway's fee, and any other good news in terms of DMT's new projects that we should know of?
So recently we just opened the ASEAN Infra Company Limited. Don Muang Tollway invest about 70%, and we get a partner from the Japan's companies that includes Hanshin Expressway Company Limited, Cross, and KFC companies. Those are the Japanese one, and they have expertise on the inspection and maintenance, and also their material side. So I think we have our own expertise for inspection and maintenance. Hanshin Expressway, of course, they are toll roads. Yeah, they have the same expertise like us, but longer, 60 years. Yeah, for the experience. And the other two are from the material side. I think the inspection and maintenance, the core value of this business are not only people, not only engineers, but also the material side as well.
Okay. So may I ask, in terms of this maintenance business, who would be the customers in coming to ask for maintenance?
So I think we focus both from private sector and also the government sector as well. So the private sector, I think we have done a lot of company visit with the industrial sector, many industrial manufacturing, and also the infrastructure provider, like the road provider and also the mass transit providers in the market. So we get the what we call the requirement from those. So I think we realize it's a lot of business opportunities for us. Everyone just go for construction and build, and no one take care of the inspection and maintenance. So we are the one who have very specialists on this. Every sector have different pain point, different requirements. So I think but everyone have a concrete structure and steel structure, and then no one know how to maintain it properly. That's our business.
Okay. When exactly had this business, inspection and maintenance, been launched, and when did you first begin realizing revenue?
Have a grand opening since the 10th of July.
Okay.
And now we do for
very recent.
Very recently, and we do for the company visit, and some company that we will visit, they ask for go to site and make a tile. So that's a good sign, and then we think we can receive the revenue in the end of the year.
By the third quarter or
I
maybe
think
the
fourth quarter.
Yeah. So it's on
not,
a trial
not,
period.
Not to be very aggressive. Yeah, fourth quarter.
Slowly but steadily.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Apart from the maintenance and inspection business, what about the concession on other tollways like the M82 in Samut Sakhon?
So yes, of course. Yeah.
Would you think you would receive the offer for the concession?
I think the government will give the private sector the invitation to bid. So from the invitation to bid, we need to buy the RFP, buy the TOR, and then we have to study the TOR first. In the TOR, the government will give you so many factors, so many requirements or KPI. So we have to study those and then make some the cost estimations, and based on those, I think as a Don Muang Tollway we operate and for this business for more than 30 years, and we think we can do a little bit lower than the other. But let's see after we buy the IP and see what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
But in our pipeline flagship project as well.
I see. And so the same process is for the toll in Phuket, like the one Kathu and Patong.
Right. The same system, the same process. The only thing that different is that from M82 projects is the PPP gross cost scheme, which means that the government receive the revenue stream. We get the revenue from the management fee from the government compared to the Kathu Patong project. That is the PPP net cost project. It means that we can get the revenue from that project, but we take the ridership risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there any expected timeline that the government will send you the invitation for both projects?
So from M82, we hope that the invitation to bid will become in this year, at the end of this year.
Okay.
But for the Kathu Patong projects, there actually the project already saw the RFP, but based on the requirement in RFP, no private sector submit the bidding. So they will recall and they will redo the advertisement again for these projects.
So there's no timeline for the one in Phuket just yet?
Not yet.
Back to the Muang Tollway. The concession duration that you have left is about 11 years.
Yes.
And that will end by 2034, is that correct?
Right, 11 of September 2034.
Okay. After that, the concession end, how do you plan to continue your business?
I think we did a lot of improvement from in the past from 35 years, and nowadays we raise our standard of of the practice like the ISO 9001 for the for the service, and also ISO 14001 as well for the environmental, and also we do a lot of the safety issue. We got the certified 45001 as well for the safety, and nowadays we are doing the 27001 for the IT security as well. So these are things that will show up our capability to build the tollway, to make to be an international standard, international firm as well. This is the one part. The other part, what we do, we very strong commitment for the business, to do the business and to find out the business opportunities. That's what we say, that we have the PP project on pipeline that we intend. We think that when the IP come, we will go to join the PPP bidding. But it also depends on how we have. If we not jump into the bidding and have to win, but we think that if we won the bidding, we will win for 30 years, and the investor will get the IRR return properly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the second thing. That is is a long way to talk now. Yeah, I think plenty of time to do so for that.
Now for the final question that definitely have to be asked, to what extent, how much dividend can investors expect for this year?
So I think for the questions, I have to talk back to the time of the COVID situations. For that time, 2 or 3 years ago, I think we still have the net profit during that time as well, but we so very conservative for that time. We not pay the dividends much. We reserve for the retained earning. So for today, I think as the traffic volume increased by the economics and by the tourist sector that we already talked. So I think and you can see that for the first quarter and second quarter, we pay the dividends comprised of One is the dividend from their net profit about 20 stang, and also the other one is the dividend from the retained earning 15 stang. And we do for the first quarter and the second quarter, and we think we will do our best for the third and fourth quarter as well as the traffic revenue will increase.
Thank you very much ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับสวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
Although many people say there's not much excitement to expect from DMT, but I would say this company is slowly but steady, especially by the end of the year, the revenue expected to grow 30 to 40%, not to mention other ventures such as their collaboration with Hanshin Expressway. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for the next episode of Kaohoon International Special.